it going, YouTube? Long time no see. Just gathering some bales here quick this morning while I'm waiting for the hay to dry so I can go rake some more. So this field here, this is third cutting. That one's third cutting. The little field on the other side of the hill is second cutting. And the big field on the other side of the hill is third cutting as well. And that field is what I'm waiting to rake. It needs to see some sun for a little bit. So, being I've only got one hand here, figured I'd move some bales while I'm waiting, and I figured what the heck, I'd make a quick video. Watching Ben's video, and a lot of us are all in the same sad state of affairs this year with the early drought. Hay production just hasn't been anywhere close to what it normally is. So of course we're low on hay, and you can see this is a 4 by 50 inch bale, 4 foot by 50 inch. So I started making some smaller bales because trying to get the bale count up. Worst comes to worst, I can feed a little bit smaller bale of hay and then offer the cows corn stalks or something else as a filler while they're dry, and then I'll save the bigger bales for once they calve, so they have better quality, you know, more better quality, if you want to say it that way, available after they're milking. And I've been working on this. You see the dirty dirt that's here. Need to go through and sort all the shit out of there, but see, I've got plastic up against the panels, and then I'm piling dirt against that. That's where silage is going to butt up against there, so I put dirt on the backside so the silage doesn't push the panels out, and then the deer can't really eat through that dirt to get to the plastic on the other side of the panel that's going to have silage behind it, because they eat through silage bale plastic, they eat through bunker plastic. So I'm trying to get ahead of the deer issue I've got, and I've got a big pile of dirt there that needs to be sorted through, so I figured, what the hell, I'll use that for backfill. I'll make a better video of that when it's actually done. It's kind of foolish for me to keep making videos of stuff that isn't actually done. You're just trying to explain stuff to people, and it's hard for a lot of people to understand without a visual aid, so I'll just get back to that when we're done, when it's done. But that's kind of been the project here as of late, trying to get that done, because I'm kind of hoping to be chopping corn here in, I don't know, 3 weeks. So yeah, it's gonna, I will say that it's gonna have four sections of bunk in it. One will be for haylage, one for corn silage, one for high moisture earlage, and one for stocklage is what I'm gonna call it. And I'll make some videos of that when we get to it. I've got to go pick up my snaplage chopper that I'm buying and get that here and gone through and get ready to rock and roll. As I'm doing these different things, I'll try to make some video of it. We're not as busy at the meat plant right now, so maybe I won't be so damn wore out and I'll actually make some videos. But things are starting to look a little better. A lot of my corn sat in the ground for over a month before it came up because of how dry it was, so everything is way behind this year. You know, typically I would be getting the chopper hooked up and the box is ready to rock and roll and be starting on corn silage here in another week. Normally around September 1st is when I typically chop, but not looking quite like it's going to be that early this year. So, which is fine, I guess. Just won't get cover cross planted as early and get cows out grazing on covers, but it is what it is. But I think before I grab another bale, I am going to go back and make a video of the test plot back here quick. I know some guys have seen it. I've shared it on Instagram. I don't think I've shared it on Facebook. Most people that seem to care about the farm part of it follow the Instagram more than the Facebook stuff, so but we'll ride back there quick. The sorghum, we'll go right there first. Got some issues with the planter, the grain drill. I don't know if it's really the grain drill or the seed that I was mixing or what the deal is, but kind of a piss poor stand this year. And I think it's mostly a matter of the seed rate. When you have a real small seed with a big seed, I probably wasn't the right choice. I don't know. Maybe I should have doubled my planting rate so the soybeans wouldn't have filled up the flutes or whatever you want to call them, the seed meters on the grain drill, and they had a better stand. I don't know. You guys look at it, be the judge. I don't know exactly what the heck happened, but rather irritating. Got to come out here and fill in these coyote dens too. They finally abandoned them. I filled them in twice this summer and they kept digging them back out. One time when I filled it in, they must have been inside it because they dug their way out. Then they dug all the dirt back out. And then second cutting, it just kind of caved in the hole a little bit and they dug it back out. Now this time, when I went over with the 7400 and the baler, the whole den caved in and you can see there's no new fresh tracks. So obviously they've abandoned it for the year. So I'm sure they'll dig a new den next year before they have pups. But me and the daughter might have to come out and do some more coyote hunting. So here's the sorghum with soybeans. And I was shooting for 20 to 25 pounds the acre of sorghum. But I'm wondering if the adjustment on the drill, if that wasn't too light. Because you can see up here, this was the end of the planting. It's weird how you'll have a good row and then a row that's mostly just soybeans with a little bit of sorghum and then another good row of sorghum. So I don't know if I didn't have the seed mix good enough or if it's just because I had the drill set too low, or I don't know. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I think I'm going to get some winter peas or something and drill into here and it'll be what it'll be. I'm gonna get out of the tractor and actually get out there and show you guys this. We're already up to 8 minutes, but you can see our soybeans here, and I don't know how you guys can judge this, but they're all of 10 inches tall, maybe 12. And I don't remember the exact date that I planted it. August 1st, August 2nd, right around there. But on my test plot here, I've got New Gen 7821, and then the outside two on the planter are seed that I had left over from last year, and you can see it didn't it's not doing very good. However, what I did here is I drilled the beans first and then I came and planted the corn. I wanted to see how this is gonna do because this might dictate what I do next year. Oh, look at that. Ants are feasting on corn. But the issue I'm having here is being these other rows aren't very thick. The deer are hammering this corn, so anytime we get a fairly decent cob in here, they destroy it. Like this one's gonna go, and in about 2 weeks they'll nip it off too. But then you get over there where it's thicker, and there's not the issue. But these beans are over my knee. And I'm 6 foot tall. The corn's still pollinating. These beans are up to my crotch. So on these beans, all I did, or this plot, all I did is I put 50 pounds the acre of urea on, like a month after I planted it, once everything started growing, because this, like I say, this stuff sat for a long time. But these beans are loading up with pods. This corn, to look this good, with only 50 pounds of urea. And I'm talking 50 pounds of urea, not 50 pounds of N. But you can see me, that corn's 10-12 foot tall. Could you imagine if this was a nice solid stand like this all the way across, and these beans are just as good in there? Maybe with a thicker stand there wouldn't be as much sunlight, but there's some beans in here. So well, there's even some alfalfa in here. However, this was my test. I wanted to see how it would do, because next year I might try it on a little bit larger scale. And the idea of it's not going to be necessarily to combine the beans. The beans are going to be filler and like corn silage. And when I come back through after doing high moisture corn, the beans should still be green. So I want to shred the stalks right away, right after doing high moisture corn, and either chop or bale those stalks when they're still wet, and make it like a silage that doesn't have any of the grain on, basically for a filler for the cows. And the beans are just gonna up the feed quality of it, type of deal. So I want to do it as a test plot this year, see how it's gonna go. And obviously on a shit year it did pretty good. So we're gonna try it on a little bit larger scale next year. Obviously I'm not gonna plant whole fields of it, but I'm gonna plant more test strips and try it again. So if there's any interest in that, comment about it, and if I know there's interest, I'll make sure that I make videos of it. But if there's no interest, I don't get much fire lit under my ass if I don't have interest in it. So anyhow, yeah, still gets used every day. So anyhow, just a little quick update what's going on. Get the rest of these bales moved quick, and then go get some hay rake to get some more hay baled, and then get back to working on my feed yard, keep the wood ticks out. So anyhow, thanks for watching everybody. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you all sooner or later.